Hello everybody, this is Eric at RC Monster Garage. What we're going to do today, we're going to do a comparison, it's not a test, just comparison between two vehicles. One of them is going to be the Arrma Notorious 6S and the Kaiju from Red Cat Racing. Just as a funny comparison, the Kaiju and the Notorious, if you Google Kaiju versus Notorious, you will see Godzilla Kaiju fighting a Notorious. It's funny. So those two are here today. So let's start. I'm gonna do it very to the point, like always, and show you whatever I think it's good and whatever I think it's bad. Let's start while the body is still on. This vehicle right here, going for $550. And this one is going for $399. 6S brushless electric, 6S brushless electric. This vehicle a little bit bigger. You can see by the tire size. I'm going to compare them later. Those tires a little bit bigger. Overall, the vehicle just tiny bit bigger. The Red Cat is short, 1/8 scale, both 1/8 scale. The Red Cat have lights front and back, like you saw in my previous video. And if you didn't, go and watch both videos for the Kaiju and for the Outcast, and don't forget like and subscribe. Anyway, let's start. So let's take the bodies off. Actually, I'm gonna do this real quick. Now when you see both vehicles, one near the other, you can see the height difference between the two wheels. Well, if I do this, you can actually see it better. Yeah. You can see that the Arrma is much bigger. The bodies, the two bodies, let's put them sideways on the vehicle. Now you can see that the body for the Arrma, it's tiny bit bigger, but the both, like it's depend what you like better. I think that the Arrma body is much nicer, and the Arrma body have right here the support, like when you crash it. And they have those screws over here. If you did not know what the screws are sliders. When you flip your car, the screws will let the plastic piece here stay as one piece and not getting stripped. So those screws, they're like 3mm screws. You can replace them after they get stripped when you flip your vehicle. When you flip the vehicle in, you can see that there is the bridge inside that will connect to the center of the vehicle. So whenever you have impact from the top, it will absorb all the pressure and you don't have the top collapsing. This is on the Arrma. Then on the Red Cat, you have nothing. You just have it painted silver under blue. So this is what will give the beautiful metallic blue. It's actually a very cool looking vehicle. I don't think it's related to any real vehicle or anything. I think something that they just made. Now Red Cat also got this time and made their own rubber holder for the clips. It's very cool. Then you're not going to lose your clips. And let's remove those two and see what there is underneath. So the Red Cat Racing come with this screen, look like a shower screen, but it's not. It's going here on the electronics. Let's move this because it's just going to disturb to my point right now. We have both vehicle. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the camera and get closer so you can see all the details. This is how they look when both of them kind of stripped. Let's get zoom in and see all the features. Okay, I will start from the shocks on the Notorious. And I want to show something very important. It's an important part on a car. And if you're new to the hobby, please pay attention. I know some people don't watch videos all the way to the end. Please watch this one because you can learn a lot. Even if you think that you know everything, you don't. Trust me. Just watch the video. You have here sway bar. The sway bar on real car, it's called anti-roll bar. It's a very important part. So I want you to guys know what this piece is. We don't have this on Red Cat. When you look at the Red Cat, they don't have it, but they have the plumbing for it. Right there, the small circle near my finger. This is a place that you can add one, but I don't know why they did not put it there. They think this is important. Then when you go to the suspension itself, when you look at the Arrma suspension, the shocks, coilover adjustable shock, very nice aluminum, black and kind of chrome spring together. But I want to show you something. When you do this, it's bouncing right up. Okay, you want to have some rebound. It needs to come up slow. So you can adjust those one actually, but you're gonna have to clear the material that they put inside. There is inside a liquid. It's usually go in different numbers of kind of shock suspension oil. So you're gonna have to change those and adjust them, and probably like work on your spring and the coils. Then when you go to the red kit and you do this, look at this. It's coming up nice and slow. It's not just bouncing out like crazy. Again, comparison on this and comparison on that. This is kind of like a jumping, like if you are on a pogo stick. Okay, this was the first. Now let's look bumper wise. This is the bumper that come on Arrma. Again, it's just a piece of plastic, not really support behind it at all. Just a piece of plastic hook up to the frame, and that's it. When you look on the Red Cat Racing, they made a nicer bumper. They put those plastic shackles on it to make it more scale. There is two LED light here on the front. Those are white, and there is one red one on the back. The wirings are here, and then when you look here, you can see that there is a frame that's holding the bumper and another subframe for shock absorbing. The shock absorbing, I talk about those in a couple of my other videos. Second, it's pretty important because it's let the vehicle do this without breaking your bumper easily. So this is for the front. Now let's go over the shocks from Red Cat. Very nice shock. Those shocks actually also coilover adjustable. You can change the height of them. It's very cool. And when you look around already, when you're near the shock, you can see that the shock tower is here, made out of plastic. The shock tower on the Arrma made out of aluminum, pretty thick aluminum. This is I think it's 4 or 5 millimeter aluminum, so it's pretty thick. It's very good. Let's continue one to one. Okay, when you look here, the dog bone, those dog bones that Red Cat put, they're nice and thick, exactly like on the Arrma. And when you try to move them, there's not a lot of freedom over there. They're pretty good and tight. So it's very important when you do that you don't hear the noise. Also on the back, they're not moving. But listen to this. Second was this one. Yeah, that one. Completely moving, and look over there. Let me zoom in. Look how much it's moving. You see this? Very easy solution right there. Take the dog bone out, put inside a piece of fuel tubing or any O-ring that you have. Will prevent this annoying noise. Your car will run so much better and smoother. Okay, zoom in. Okay. Now, looking at the vehicle from the front, what else we got, what else we don't. Arrma give you a top A-arm, okay? It's a complete A-arm over here. And on Red Cat, you just get those rod and with two ball knuckles. That's it. You know, it's kind of, it works, it's do the job, but stability of the wheels, everything, the entire system is a little bit more clumsy than that. So this is very important part. Now, let's look inside here. This is the steering knuckles. Okay, you have over here those knuckles. Hook up with the entire assembly with the big bearing and the CVDs right there. This is what you get at the Arrma vehicle. Look very impressive actually. It's for the steering a piece of red aluminum right there to hold it. So it's pretty cool. And then when you look at the Red Cat, it's all kind of plastic. I don't see any aluminum, and this is kind of more toyish version of doing thing. Okay, this is the least professional, but it works. I don't say that this is a bad. They're doing this for like more than 50 years. This working just fine, but when you pay for something, you want to get something better. That being said, this is $399, this is $550. This is for people that don't want or can't spend the money. This is the people that want to spend the money and have it, and so it's nothing really to compare. I'm just showing it. I don't go toward any of those vehicles. I'm not recommending each one of them that's one better than another. Try it yourself, get your own opinion. Now, let's go over to other part right here. Before we even get to the power plant, this is our power plant, and this is our power plant here. I don't even want to talk about those yet. I see another thing that I don't like. This is a 6S vehicle, and 6S, it means that you're going to have two batteries of 3S, or you're going to have one battery of 6S, whatever you want, and this is a lot of power, and they put DIN connector. The DIN connector will do the work, but the amp hour that this can produce is not high enough. You really want to change this to something bigger, EC5, XT90, something much bigger. You're going to get better result. The engine will get probably stay cooler, less stress on it, and also your ESC will work better. They have nice gauge wires over here. Those are 10 gauge wires. You don't use 10 gauge wires with DIN connectors. You just don't do that. Okay, now let's go to the power plant. And this is what you get on this. I'm sorry, I skipped it for a second. Those are the EC5, IC5, the same thing. They're just different color. Work exactly the same. Very big. See those circles inside? They actually about twice more material than what you're going to get on the DIN. Okay, so we don't care about this at all. Let's go to what really count. Okay, when you look here, you have the BLX 185 ESC from Arrma, and this is actually a big speed controller, again waterproof, and on RedCat you have only 150 amp ESC, so this ESC is a little bit smaller. Again, they both produce good power, but you want something that will produce more power and not going to get damaged easily. And then what you have here is the motor. Let's see, can you see it? This motor is a weird number. It's a 4268 2100 kV 6S brushless electric. It's pretty nice. And when you go here, you can see the Arrma BLX big motor, and this is what they use in an older vehicle. So it's the regular 2100. No, it's not 21. Let's see real quick. I'm getting confused. Let's see. It's a 2050 motor. Sorry. Now, important. This thing here, this center spar that Arrma added, because when you do big jump and you land and the car almost falls into half, this helped to prevent it. Of course, you don't have it in the RedCat, but it's a different chassis. This one is plastic. This one is aluminum on the bottom. We're going to get those at the end. This is going to be the last part I'm going to go over. Going to be the frames. You have over here, you have the gear. The gears are exposed. I don't like when the gear is exposed. It's maybe nicer when you can actually see your gears and you can change it very quickly. You have here the sliding motor mount versus the one on RedCat that don't do it. I'm going to go to it in a second, but you can easily get a piece of gravel here or something and destroy both gear, and it's a pain in the butt to deal with. When you go over here and look on the RedCat, what they have, it's a single screw that you're just going to take out and the entire motor shifts sideways, and then you have to remove over here. There is a shield for the gears. This is pretty cool, and that's it. Your gears is exposed and you can work on and do whatever you want on it. Also, you cannot really see the center shaft because it's running here inside of this piece of plastic right in, so it's pretty cool. You don't see it. Over here you do see it, and you do hear it because it's the loose, again, the same loose piece right there that need to get something to hold it and make it quiet. Again, it can be any fuel tubing or any rubber piece that you can shove inside. Now, we talk about the ESC, we talk about the motor. Most important thing in RC cars and trucks is the steering. When you look at Arrma put here 15 kilogram steering servo. And we are a shop. We sell in a lot of those vehicles, and those servos just sucks. They just keep self-destruct after a short time, and you really want to change them to something bigger. What I usually change it that work perfect so far is the one that Redcat using. I'm using the same one that Redcat uses here to fix Arrma problems. So this is a 25 kilogram digital Metal Gear servo compared to the 15 kilogram that you have on the Arrma vehicle. So this is very important because it will help you with your steering. When you jump, you're not going to destroy it easily. Now, I'm going to flip both vehicles to show the back of them what is going on there. This is one, and you can see the nice wheelie bar that Redcat did, and it's adjustable wheelie bar. You have over here, 1 second, adjustment, so you can make it higher or lower. And there is here, those two red dots are LED, make kind of a brake light sim or driving light when you drive it at night. It's pretty cool. On the Arrma, you don't have the light, but you do have wheelie bar and you have the wings on the back. Really help when you flip the vehicle. This take a lot of the impact so you don't destroy the body easily. The same, you have here the sway bar. Again, the chrome metal is the sway bar. Same shock system. We don't have sway bar on the Redcat at all. But again, the same good dumping on the suspension that I really like. What else? So when you look at the tires, those are the Arrma tires with the star inside. They're kind of really flat. They're not too much depth to them. The knob is on them, pretty small. And then look at that. Look at those big knobbies Redcat put on this. And those tires feel actually pretty good. And then when you look at the wheel, they make the wheel kind of deep. And they even put the Redcat logo inside. I think that it's really cool. I really like it. This wheel look really cool. I wish that this was actually like real beadlocks, not just plastic. Maybe it's something for them to think about. So then we will have less problem with the ballooning and tires just self-destruct on us when we go fast. And this is kind of comparison with the wheels. Now, let's do something and look on the back of the car, on the bottom of the car. This is the frame that you will find on the Redcat Racing. It's couple sections. So first of all, you have the servo arm here. Change that to metal. Do yourself a favor if you get this vehicle. Those plastic one, just crap. Just get rid of it. It's not good. The front here, those kit plates are really nice and they're in sections. So if you do a big jump and you damage it, you can just replace it. It's not going to be a problem. It's going to be probably a cheap alternative. And then when you look at the arms, you can see that those arms are hollow, and I don't like when they do that. I would like to see a little bit thicker plastic, not to see them hollow like this with just like kind of blocked section here and there. It just not look like it's going to be able to absorb a lot. It's maybe going to be more flexible, but it's going to break pretty easy. Now, so this was the Redcat Racing. Now let's flip sideways the Arrma, and then what we see on the Arrma that we have a solid metal frame. So it's actually aluminum. It's a 4mm aluminum or 3.5. I don't know. I need to take the caliper to check. It's not really matter. And then one very important thing. A lot of you guys don't know, and you really need to do that. This is something that I think I cannot emphasize how stupid that they're still doing this. The gears here on the bottom, while this exposed, this is 95% of your gears getting damaged. It's from a rock touching it, or you're landing on a rock and those gears getting smashed to smithereen. Put a tape here, duct tape, something, close it up so this is not exposed. This is something that we used to do in the old RC cars that was nitro, and you just put it on a startup box and the startup box will turn the gears and start your vehicle. So this, please shut this thing down, close it with something, even put a bandage on it. It will look cool and you're not going to have damage on it. Now, let's look at the arm. Since I already mentioned something on Redcat, those are solid arms. They're much stronger, much thicker, and you can see right now how the steering knuckles and everything look a little bit more massive. Overall, two very nice vehicles, but you have to think about money, what you can afford. Let's put them one near the other. What can you afford? You will have fun with both of them exactly the same way. Most people will say, oh, Arrma is better. No, don't listen to people. Everybody have their own opinion. Their own opinion not apply to you, to how much fun you can have with something. The fact that this is Red Cat, it's not mean that it's no good. It's mean that it's another brand that you can get. It's a little bit cheaper. They are a pricing company. They're getting better and better and better. And now it's the opportunity for you to jump on some of the upgrades that they're doing because you get it for a lower price. Arrma is an established company. They have great cars. And they are big, like kind of a big war right now to kind of vanish another company that, again, we don't mention their name in my shop. Those people, no. Anyway, so you can get either vehicle. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. Now, one thing that I saw that I want to mention and show you guys, because some people just want the look. So you can take the Red Cat body, and it will fit on the Arrma. You can make it fit, okay, look kind of funny, but it will fit. And then you can take this thing. It's not really fitting, but let's see. We can make it work. Look how cool this will look if we can put one of the Red Cat Racing Kaiju with the Arrma Notorious body. Just look awesome. And you even have the whole preset on the back for the wheelie bar. So this will look just amazing together. So again, this is kind of my comparison and review one-to-one for the vehicle, what you get for the money. And again, let's put the body back, because someone's going to get really confused right now when they see this thing. Okay, this go sideways, this go there. Okay, and then I'm doing everything by myself today, so it's kind of messy. Okay, Red Cat Racing Kaiju, Arrma Notorious. What you need to know: you buy whatever you can afford, whatever you want, whatever you're gonna have fun with. Great vehicle, $399, $550. Okay, so we have both of those vehicles in our shop at MotoStyle Hobby Shop in Granada Hills, 17540 Chatsworth Street in Granada Hills, zip code 91344, United States, of course, California. Come and see them in person, see what you will like best, see what fit your budget. Of course, we're going to work with you something that you're going to be happy. Come and see those. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share the videos. And look for our other videos. We're doing a lot of free giveaways. You just have to find them. You have to watch the videos, see the giveaway, tell us that you're a customer, and you can win some cool stuff. See you in my next video. This is Eric at RC Monster Garage.